Hey y'all, welcome back to Sarah Grace Cookie Company. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this cute Father's Day set, and this is to show you how to make this particular set, but also to give you some ideas about different patterns and simple designs you can do as a beginner for Father's Day cookies of any kind. So this little Rad Dad set is super fun to make. You can make it with just a few letter cookies, and I'll show you exactly how I did it. If you're just getting started with Royal Icing, I do recommend you download my Get Started guide below, and it'll walk you through all the basics to get to this point. Here I've got some 20-second Royal Icing in a tipless piping bag, and to make this kind of wood grain effect, I mixed in some chocolate brown gel food coloring with my Royal Icing, but I didn't mix it in all the way. I just did kind of a half-hearted mix. That way it would still be really streaky like this. And then I just kind of barely pulled the edges to the outline that I did and kind of evened it out by smacking the cookie against the table a bit. And it left these wood grain looking patterns in the icing. Next, I did what I call the Toolbox pattern. I'm sure there's a technical name for it, but it's just the raised silver pattern that comes on most toolboxes that you would put in the back of your truck. I don't know what the technical name for it is, but it's one of those manly patterns that are good for Father's Day. So I started with a basic white flood on this letter A. This is just 20-second Royal Icing again, and I'm evening that out. Then I mixed up some writing consistency icing or toothpaste consistency. So this is really similar to the 20-second consistency where it's kind of thick, but it's a little thicker. It's more like a piping consistency, just more pipeable than a thick piping consistency. You can watch my writing on cookies without a projector video for a little more in-depth tutorial on how to get the writing consistency or the toothpaste consistency. I just used this consistency icing after my flood had dried to apply some little triangle diamond type shapes. And these are going to be raised up, so I just kind of filled them in with that toothpaste consistency. And I did that all across the surface of the cookie. I kind of tried to alternate them and put one in between the other, but with the surface of this cookie being so small, I was just kind of trying to give the effect of those raised diamond patterns. Once that's had plenty of time to dry, I mixed up some silver luster dust. I'll link the kind that I like to use from Amazon down below, with a little bit of lemon extract. The lemon extract is perfect for painting on cookies because it won't dissolve the icing like water will. It's mostly alcohol. You can also use vodka for this, but I prefer the lemon flavor that this gives a cookie. So I'm just painting over the top of that entire pattern to make it the silver color like you would see on those toolboxes with that cute pattern. This next pattern is a really easy one. This is the Camouflage pattern. I'm just taking a little bit of green and I'm making some kind of random blob type shapes all over the cookie, and then we're just going to do this repeatedly with a couple different colors. I'm using that same brown that I used for the wood grain pattern, and then a little bit of gray and black as well. Just kind of make them all blend together, and then we're going to even it out in just a minute. This would be really good for a dad who enjoys hunting, maybe a army dad, whoever you think would like camouflage. I just like to kind of even those out and then go back and fill in the rest of the shape with the remaining colors. And then this pattern is completely done. This all just kind of dries into one solid surface and you're ready to go. Next, we're going to do a mud pattern. My dad always liked to go four-wheeling and mudding when I was a kid. And so I thought this would be something fun for the dads who like to go four-wheeling. It's just a blue cookie. I used a little bit of blue 20-second icing to flood and get my base layer, and then I used that same brown that I used for the wood grain to kind of create that dripping mud pattern at the top, and I'll show you how I did that here. After you even out your icing and you've let it dry for just a bit, It doesn't have to be so dry that you could paint on it. You don't have to worry about drying for 8 to 12 hours with this one. Just dry until it's like you can touch it and not smudge it, until it's crusted basically. And then take your brown icing and just do some little like drips at the top. So on 1 or 2 of them, I'll come down a long way, and then on the rest, I'll just do a little bit up at the top, and then a few drops, like teardrop shapes, coming down below it. For the A in Dad, I'm doing a plaid pattern. So you could definitely do an airbrush for this. I'm just doing a base layer flood with white. You could take a striped airbrush stencil and airbrush plaid on here if you wanted to do that. I did some gel food coloring mixed with lemon extract and then painted on the plaid pattern after the cookie had a little bit of time to dry. The last letter and the last pattern that we're doing today is a mustache pattern. I've seen lots of cute Father's Day cookies that have a mustache or a tie or something cute like that, and I thought a wet on wet pattern with mustaches would be so cute. So I had a little bit of green icing laying around. You could use any color, and I've just flooded with that. And then I'm taking some black flood consistency, and we're just going to make this pattern really simply with these 2 colors, and I'll show you exactly how I do that. So to make the little mustaches, I'm just making 2 black dots. Then I'm taking my scribe and curving out at the edges. We'll zoom in a little bit so you can see better. You want to make sure that you don't leave a lot of space in between those dots. The closer you put them together, the more realistic and the better that mustache is going to look. Don't stress if they don't look exactly perfect just yet. We'll take an edible food marker and go back over the top of these and just make it a little extra neat. You could use a similar technique to this to make a bow tie or a necktie pattern if you wanted to, and I think that would be super cute. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this cookie tutorial today. If you enjoy sugar cookie content, definitely hit that subscribe button and the like button below to let me know you enjoyed it. Tell me what you're getting your dad for Father's Day in the comments below. Bye-bye.